The views and opinions expressed in this program were solely those of the participant or caller and do not reflect the views of WinFM 98.9. WinFM reserves the right to disconnect any caller who infringes the law or offends the right of any person. The station will also refuse to take any call from any person who, in WinFM's considered opinion, is likely to expose the station to liability for statements made on the air.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Island Tea with your faves, Azim and Jade. I am back by myself because Mr. Siki is out. Um, but nevertheless, it's going to be an amazing show. I will try my best to fill the shoes of my dear co-host. Um, but yeah, it is Tuesday, the 13th of December. December is literally just flying again. These months don't play, boy. These months don't play. But yes, it is the 13th of December. And wow, yesterday was busy. Yesterday was busy. So many things happening. Um, and we're definitely going to jump into some of those things today. So, yeah, journey with me for the next 2 hours as we chat with some guests. I think I should have Talking Trash back today. Plus, the Ministry of Agriculture and Mr. Mention himself will be in the studio to talk some new music. So, that should be exciting. Yes. But, where should I start? Where should I start, boy? Let me see. Because there were some announcements, some discoveries, and some winners all happening yesterday. But let me start with the CBI announcements by our Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, because I know a lot of y'all been waiting and saying, well, they're just coming on and saying how to apply. They ain't saying how much. So, yeah. Well, he announced yesterday that the dividends will be, as somebody guessed, $500 for pensioners and $250 for non-pensioners. And so, yeah, thankful for that. That's a little Christmas change in your pocket that could pay a bill, that could buy a ham and a turkey, some groceries. Well, depending, because groceries kind of expensive. But nevertheless, we got something. And I see lots of people complaining, oh, he's only that. Do you know how many $250 he about to have to give away? If you do the maths, right? The amount of money they have to give away on the 15th and after that. Well, y'all can't expect like $1,000 and $2,000 no, man. Lord, man, have a heart. Have a heart. But yes, he announced that yesterday evening. So on a Thursday, look in your account. You might see a nice little change there. Also, another update from the Social Security side of things. This is an employer's notice. It says in order to facilitate the efficient payment of this dividend to your employees, the Social Security Board management will require from employers, the following data and information as followed. Employee names, employee's date of birth, employee social security numbers, banking institution, bank account number, account type, savings or checking. And employers, you can send this information or contact the Social Security Board for the template, which is statistics@socialsecurity.kn, or you can call them at 465-253-469-5245, and you can go to the website. As you just wake up, it's too early, okay? Rest your body. It is too early. Like, somebody saying 23 million is the total, the Matse. Well, how come you're Matse? Why is it that you're Matse? Because I ain't fully worked them out. Somebody saying bear in mind up until August people were getting $500 a month. Well, that was up until August, okay? That was up until August. We've been hearing things like, we are in the red and all kind of things, so we can't expect everybody to get $500. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just telling y'all what the Prime Minister said. So, and by the way, if y'all ain't want y'all 250, listen, I here to take it, eh? If y'all ain't want y'all 250, because y'all feel like something wrong, pass it on. That's all. They can't say how they determined that. I don't know. I don't remember if they did say how they determined it in truth, but all I know the Prime Minister said that non-pensioners is going to get $250 and pensioners are going to receive $500. So, what can we do? Nothing. Yeah. Besides that, I saw two pictures circulating from the port side of things, I think. Let me see if I can find that. I know I sent them to Azim. And it was... Okay, first of all, y'all getting creative. Like, y'all are getting creative. And with y'all creativity, y'all have now found new ways to smuggle some things into the country. So yesterday, while minding my business as usual, I received some photos and I was like, huh, that's it? Not realizing that thing is big and broad on the box and that's the conveyor belt up the port or customs. However, that is besides the point. Sometimes we miss these things. Because I was fully focused on the fact that there were several Colgate tubes, filled with, what is that, weed? Yeah, marijuana. Properly packaged too. I don't know how they realized this. Maybe it's the smell. But they were properly packaged in some Colgate tubes. No, I think you know what I get this though. Because toothpaste is something that you have to literally, I don't know, maybe the bottom of the Colgate could roll off or something, because they had these tubes of weed properly stuffed into those toothpaste boxes. Well, the toothpaste packages. And then I'm pretty sure they were in the Colgate boxes. So it had to be the smell them. It had to be the smell them, because how else you gonna figure out this? The mere fact that it's between all of these products like powders and, household items, soaps and all of these things means that had to be some loud. That had to be some high grade weed, because ain't no way regular bushweed you're gonna smell it. So all of these hygienic products, and I talking like Dove soap and Irish Spring and all of these things that usually have a really good smell. So it has to be these toothpaste. Let me see how they roll them up, because they have a picture of how they roll them up before they bust them down. Yeah, they probably rolled out the bottom and stuff them. Well, that's the only way they could do it anyway. They roll out the bottom and stuff them in. But boy, those small things to customs, please. Let's not do that. Because now somebody package, barrel everything, heap up. They can't get something for them for Christmas. And somebody probably gonna get locked up for that. So, let's not. Let's just not. But yeah. Tell you all of these things happening yesterday. Like between the hours of the time I leave the show to in the night. It was busy. And then of course, it was the Nevis Island Assembly election yesterday. And not gonna lie, first I was like, okay, these counts coming in kind of fast, boy. Not like say kids, we have to stay up all night. May have to stay up all night to post the results, I mean, I usually up at midnight anyway, so it wasn't so bad. But by number two, Nevis 2, I thought this was a recreation of 2015. I thought somebody refused to announce the winners them, because how am I getting reports that all the boxes counted, but no announcements being made? The candidates announcing before the people were supposed to announce. That's how long it took. But just to go over for those who may have missed it, which I don't know how you could, but for those who may have missed the announcements yesterday, 1, CCM has regained control of the Nevis Island Assembly. 3 to 2. So, Honorable Premier Matt Brantley won his seat. Again, Mr. Eric Evelyn retained his seat. Cleone Stapleton Simmons reclaimed her seat. Elected was Dr. Janice Hodge, which is the leader of the NRP party over in Nevis. She won her seat. And Spencer Brand also won his seat. So Spencer Brand is Nevis 1. Mark Brantley is Nevis 2. Eric Evelyn is Nevis 3. Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge is Nevis 4. And Cleon Stapleton Simmons is Nevis 5. Mega lie, these results was exciting. Like, as much as St. Kitts politics, St. Kitts Nevis general elections was funny and fun and exciting and stuff, it was more that way because of the leading up to it. Leading up to it, St. Kitts had so much things happening. Like, every day we come in here, we talk about some kind of shenanigans happening. And Nevis didn't really have that. Nevis was very, very quiet leading up to the elections. But last night, boy, them numbers were speaking for themselves. Things was tight, tight, tight. So I think for most of us who stayed up to watch, let me see if I can find some stats here. We started getting some statistics pretty early, as I said. And it started with Nevis 1. Spencer was leading there, and then Mr. Eric Evelyn was leading by a lot. I'm not gonna lie. His was like, I think his was the biggest margin last night, Mr. Evelyn, because he when we first started getting statistics, he had 69.6% of the votes, while Mr. Rohan Isles had 28.9% of the votes. So, as I said, Mr. Evelyn won his seat. Cleon Stapleton, she came up against Latoya Jones, and she had 61.9% of the votes, while Latoya had 38.1%. And she also won her seat. Miss J.D. Keynes was leading in the first half with 51.2% to Spencer's 48.4%, but he ended up coming out successful with 631 votes to take Nevis District 1. So Alexis Jeffers, which previously held the seat, he came up against Miss Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, and she retained 50.9% of the votes, while he retained 47.9, which is still pretty close. You know, he wasn't too bad. He wasn't too bad, but he ended up losing his seat when the final vote was tallied. I think the one that was most interesting for most people was the District 2 counting, because first graphic that I got had 49.8% to Mark Brantley, and then 49.4% to Dr. Patricia Bartlett. And I tried, listen, guys, I tried to stay up, I tried to tug it out, but them results, I'm pretty sure that was because of some type of recount that had to be happening, because when I tell you I went to sleep at probably after 2 and it still was not declared. Everybody else was declared. Everybody else was, probably busy celebrating their wins. But Mark Brantley and Dr. Patricia, they was battling it out. It seemed to be so close that they had to keep recounting. And at the end of that, Mark Brantley actually was victorious. But what does that say? Because that was literally the tiebreaker last night. And Happy was very, very close, I'm sure, to winning the Nevis Island Assembly election. So that must speak volumes. That has to speak volumes. Is it that the CCM side didn't show up? Is it that some people switched? Because previously, I think they had how many seats? I think they had the majority last time as well. But I just didn't. I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people expected it to be so close between Mark and Dr. Bartlett. I am sure everybody was biting their nails in anticipation for this result. But yes, Nevis Island Assembly election is now done. The CCM has declared Well, the CCM party has won, and it's also a holiday in Nevis. Congratulations. Uh, well, we couldn't get one. I mean, I know it ain't our election, but we was up with y'all anyway. So I feel like we deserve it because Kitishans was behaving like this is the general elections. Like this is their general elections. They were up and following and commenting. I'm like, guys, I was already passed. I was already passed, but exciting stuff. Yeah, guys, call me. Let me know how y'all feel about the results for the Nevis elections or comments on the live. I want to chat with you guys because obviously my partner in crime is not here and I don't feel like talking to myself all morning. So call me. Let me know how you feel about the results. Tell me how you feel about how close things were yesterday. Oh, so the final results from Mac versus Patricia Bartlett was Mac retained 1,313 votes, while Dr. Bartlett had 1,166 votes, which still kind of close in my opinion. But yeah, tell me how y'all feel about that because boy, what an election that was for them over there. Good morning, caller. You're live.
Good morning, Jade. How are we doing?
Morning, I'm fine.
Yeah, good morning to all the listeners at home and abroad. I went to sleep early and I woke up. I said around midnight,
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, when these people plan to done?
You would think because Navy so small, the elections would move faster, right? But now.
I'm telling you, I was listening to a Navy station and I think Van. And the people saying they're sleepy. So I went back to sleep, and when I woke up this morning, I hear nobody. I said, well, everybody must be dropped asleep.
Mm-hmm.
The question I want to ask, what effect or impact did the letter or whatever by the former junior minister of CCM had on the election?
Who you want to ask?
Asking myself and asking.
Oh, because.
And do you think it had any effect? Huh?
I don't know. I don't know if it did have an impact or not. I mean, it came out the day before election, but I don't know if that really sways people's minds. Sorry?
It came out 2 days before, right?
No, I think it came out on Sunday.
On free. I was on different station, but on Freedom up to Friday.
Friday, you sure? I'm pretty sure this came out Sunday. But anyway,
Man,
I know it may have.
I saying, boy, that's what I was saying to myself. I said, boy, that thing must have some effect. If somebody who was right up there come out and saying that, it might cause some people to stay home or switch.
Well, it didn't cause enough of an effect because they still retained the government.
In a one polling division, and only 86 went to vote. You wonder what is the turnout like? Well, congratulations to all those who were successful on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And I am glad that Nevis is not saying it, They're a little more reasonable, tolerant, and everything. So God bless the Federation.
Okay, thank you. Miss Henry said, I ain't reasonable over here, boy. She said, I ain't reasonable over here. Oh, dear. But yeah. I don't know, honestly, if that letter would have had any impact on the voter turnout. What about overseas voters? Somebody didn't even tell me something, no? Like, how that went? Did y'all have a big overseas voter turnout like St. Kitts did? Where the planes coming in was the tickets bought? I need to know. I don't know. I can't answer because me ain't over there. But for you guys who in the mix and would have seen and been following what has been happening yesterday, I need somebody to tell me. Was there a big voter turnout in terms of overseas voters? Because I feel like that was a hot topic too. I saw everybody talking about how people don't care about the overseas vote and some people only won because of it, and thing. So I just want Do you guys think that there was a big overseas voter turnout yesterday? Did that have any impact on the elections results? And how do you guys feel about the results? I mean, I can't say I didn't see this coming. I mean, it was very closer, but I just felt like I kind of saw that CCM party would win again. Not that NRP didn't put up a heck of a fight, because they really did. As a matter of fact, at one point I was like, boy, it look like CCM about to lose. I'm not going to lie. It literally had a feeling more one-on-ones. Oh, you see, as I'm saying, he's seeing a change in campaign style since COVID. More one-on-ones. Well, I mean, you have to reach the people. You have to go sit and talk to the people for them to hear you. The overseas artist was Grandmaster's buyer. That is a fact. They did have an overseas act, but it was just Grandmasters, which is, listen, I understand it. I fully understand, because I tell her yesterday, Grandmasters is doing it. Grandmasters is doing it. Outside again is doing it. So, of course, I did see that they had a little campaign, last minute campaign party on Monday with Grandmasters indeed. And boy, that looked fun. Nobody could have invite me. Send me a little invite now. Send a boat for me now. Like, jeez. I want a party too. But I guess because I can't vote over the audience study me. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Glad y'all had fun. But yeah, the next 5 years is going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to see all of the things promised by the different parties implemented. And guys, work together. We now have 2 leaders of different parties elected to government in Nevis. So, y'all have to work together. Y'all just have to put y'all differences aside and pride and all of these things and work together for the betterment of Nevis. Because it's only y'all could do it. Y'all have all these ideas. Y'all have all these plans and stuff. As the leaders, set an example. Set an example for your federation and show them that even though during elections y'all were battling, after the results have been called and after the winners have been declared, y'all can now put y'all pride aside and realize the only way Nevis is going to elevate and move forward is if both of you, the 2 parties, the 2 leaders, work together. That's just my 2 cents. I'm just saying, if it was me, I feel like that would have been the best way to move forward. But me and the leader, I just a person on the radio who barely knows what she's talking about. So, what else has happened in the last 24 hours that was exciting? Because y'all ain't calling me. I don't know what happened. Mark said what he want, but he ain't hear no ideas from NRP. He can hear them though, because Dr. Hodge is going to sit in his office and they're going to have a face-to-face and they're going to have to talk. They're going to have to talk. Well, I hope, let me don't say they have to. I hope they do. I hope they start running these ideas that he thinks that they don't have across one another. That was such a petty thing to say. I'm not gonna lie, that one was petty. He said NARP ain't have no ideas. Oh, you ain't hear no ideas from the people and on all of the stations. The outside campaigning and canvassing, but you're gonna say you ain't hear no ideas. You well hear them. You well hear them. Stop it. Anyway, I think they're gonna just have to work together. Somebody saying yes, the letter had an effect. The person who wrote the letter and her family voted for NRP, and Jeffers lost by 8 votes. Well, yikes. See? You see how them small little votes does count? Usually people looking for big margins. No. Them small little numbers does make up for a lot. Because even if it's 1, you still lose. Even if it's just 1 vote, you still lose. Somebody saying, trust me, she's not going to do that. She's going to try to find ways to undermine the government. I don't get that from Dr. Hodge. I don't know. I don't get that undermining spirit from her. But again, men in Nevis, eh? I don't live in Nevis. I don't vote in Nevis. They are just my brothers and sisters. But I don't know. I don't get that from her. I don't. Is it me? Maybe I be naive and wanting the best for my federation, but undermining the government is nothing. Is not something that I sense from her. I want to believe that she has Nevis's best interest at heart, and she will do all that it takes to try and make sure that she helps to push them forward, even though the results may not be what she would like them to be. Hey, we're here now. And so I feel like the best option is to just work together. They have to work together. Let me head back to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. You're live.
Yes, me, Jade, since nobody calling you.
You know,
They want to dry out your throat.
I know.
And then they're going to say, me send you out on the radio. Have all day. I never have something to say. Now, comments were made by some of the commentators on the Navy station. One of them. They were questioning what impact did the St. Kitts government, the Labour Party, have on the Nevis election. In fact, one commentator was questioning if they were being financed by it.
Who?
And they commented
who was
that
being
they
financed by it?
unhappy
Oh, okay.
because there was strong support coming from some strong labor rights. And they mentioned that most of the NRP campaigning on the radio was done on a station at Freedom in St. Kitts. So they questioned that, and they also brought up the question about the overseas voters. Some expressed their concern. You know, the usual one, should these people just come in and choose a government for us? You know? Well, sure can't, and I don't really gossip. I had no idea.
You don't really gossip, Miss Henry?
No, I discuss.
Okay.
Gossip has a different meaning, you see?
Got you.
Somebody called me, tell me, boy, you see, Jade went over by the party and she was their number. You know what I mean? That's gossip. You understand? You got to learn to differentiate. So when they bring the story to you, you don't discuss that.
Got you.
Right? Just say, I only discuss ideas.
Okay.
Not people.
I got you.
You got it right? Yeah, you got to learn to differentiate. When anybody come in, why Judge, you ain't here, so and so, no. Me want to hear it neither, because you know where you're coming from. So you always stop it in time. When I used to work, one of my co-workers say, Miss Henry, everybody got a little gossiping. I said, no. The Bible said, do not be busybody in other men's business. When me say the scripture, it's in the Bible, you know. Don't be busybody in other people's business. And when it comes to the politics, it is your business because it is your country.
Okay, got you.
So, I don't know if you saw, since you don't see all the posts, do you think that the NRP was depending on the Labour Party for support?
If I think so?
Other people could call in and say they think so.
Oh, because
I was surprised to hear that. You understand? You know, while they're waiting for these things to come in, and the time dragging, people are bringing up ideas as to why they think so and so loss and why they think NRP, because there seem to have been some high expectation in some areas that NRP would win.
Well, that's natural, Miss Henry, because it's an election.
No, some people don't know the mood before they start. It's not serious.
Everybody going to feel like the other party,
Everybody
going to
feel,
party that support going to win.
No, don't do that.
Don't feel like your party going to win.
I'm saying, if you know the truth, hold the peace. Because you're going to deceive other people, eh?
All right.
I was wondering how Mark was feeling last night when I heard that NRP had won too. I was wondering.
How would a leader of a party that lost 2 seats feel? How would any leader of a party that lost 2 seats feel?
You feel differently. Sometimes you're not going in, don't let them fool you. Sometimes they have an idea going into the election. Yeah, that deceit is questionable. And that's the first thing I asked about. What impact did the letter or comment by the former minister have on the election? Because to me, it must have something.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. All I know is...
I mean, the comments made were not complimentary, yeah?
I wasn't listening. Which radio station you said this was on?
Freedom.
Oh, well.
They played a couple times.
I ain't hear them, so I don't know what you're speaking of, so I can't
Here's the
comment on that.
Brandy's commentary. You didn't hear it?
No.
Try and get it.
Okay.
Election done.
I will try and get it.
It was not complimentary at all.
Well, I will try and get it. But Miss Henry, we have to go because I have my guest in
You
studio.
talking trash?
Yes, they are here.
Happy
So
Christmas to talking trash.
when she comes on, she will tell you the same. But yes, thank you. Thank you for calling in. Guys, we will take a very short break and be right back with more Island Tea. Stick and stay.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
If you say you love your little dear country, try to do something positively. Be a watchdog for the environment. Don't leave everything to the government. We dump our garbage anywhere, lit on the streets everywhere. Our behavior is telling me that we really don't care. Take some pride in your country. Volunteer to clean where it's dirty. Tourism development needs a healthy environment. Whenever we litter, we threaten our survival. So those who engage in it should be treated like criminals. So don't be afraid at all if they call you an informer. Report those who endanger our future. So if you really love this blessed land, this situation demands attention. Think about the future generation. Do what we can to preserve this island. The laws for littering we must enforce. We have to let justice take its course. If you are a proud citizen, you have the right, you have a reason to save this land from destruction. You have an obligation to become involved in anything which affects this nation.
The Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, is working hard each and every day to keep St. Kitts clean. Our primary mandate is to collect household waste while maintaining the engineer sanitary landfill in Connery. While it is the responsibility of businesses to see to it that their garbage is properly collected and disposed of at the landfill, the SWMC offers a commercial waste disposal service with our NOSI program. We also offer a bin rental service where persons can rent large bins to do community cleanups or other waste disposal activities. Additionally, our headquarters in Taylor's Range include state-of-the-art conference rooms for rental. So when you're hosting another event, consider using the SWMC conference facilities. We want to continue serving you by keeping our environment clean. Because at the SWMC, waste matters. For more information, call our office at 465-9507.
Welcome back to Island Tea, guys. As they've come back, please. Don't do this again. Listen. Stop leaving me here by myself. Nama, can you hear me? I can't hear you though. Hold on, let me see if I can fix it. I don't know why I can't hear you. What is happening today? What is this, bro? What is this? As I'm gonna leave me now, I can't hear none. Grab my next mic. Let me see if it's the mic. No, this is why. No, man. It can't be me. It can't be. Never hear you, neither. What? I am thoroughly confused. Because usually you press the button and things work. But I press the button. Now I got all the mic to me for your face, nobody could see you. I don't speak again? No, they hear when you need it. Oh, let me see. There's a little bit. Hold. Guys, 1 second. Let me just fix whatever problems is happening in here. Thank you for Azim's suggestions. Okay, guys, we are back again. Hopefully this time with things working. Thank God for Azim.
Okay.
Okay.
We're good? We're good now?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. I can hear you now.
Azim, don't do this again.
Listen, I don't know why he leaving me here to suffer by himself, you know.
Come now, man. You can't be doing Jesus.
But he's sick. Like, who does get sick in December?
Well, I actually have a friend who gets sick every December, and December is her birthday month. So,
Lord.
yeah. And this year is no exception.
That is terrible.
Mm-hmm. It sucks. But big up to her for her birthday month because she celebrated since the first. Mind you, others do the same in February.
Yeah, man, the whole birthday. You know, that's it.
The entire month, yes. And it might spill over. Who knows? Because February kind of short. Yes. So, so you can hear me. We're good.
Yes, we You are loud and clear.
Awesome. So I just want to say hi to everyone. Merry Christmas. Well, it's not Christmas yet, but
Soon,
hey,
man, soon.
Once December touched down, Christmas is just around the corner, and so is Carnival.
Yes, you ready, friend?
Girl, I'm ready to sleep.
Same.
Not in your line of work, Jane. You can't be sleeping Carnival.
I can't, but I want to.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense. So I hope everyone is having an awesome season. I hope for those of you whose, your relatives and loved ones have come down, that you're having a grand time. And those of you who are getting visitors, etc., that all is merry and
Indeed.
jolly. I do want to remind everyone, especially now that a lot of persons are somewhat strangers to some of these areas and may not be informed with regards to the pickup days. Ensure that when you get visitors, etc., that you do inform them not to park in certain areas on certain days, or else the truck will not be able to come through your street, or we may be forced to toot that horn and wake up the entire neighborhood, unfortunately.
Listen, if y'all make me get woken up because y'all listen. Well, anyway, that can't happen to me because where I live, I good. But if your neighbor makes you get woken up at 3 a.m. because they decide to block the road, cuss them out.
And just remember, there are a lot of young babies out there. Okay, so we don't want to be waking up when these babies have already fallen asleep, and the parents are now getting that little. You don't want to be waking up at 3:30, 4:30, 5:30 in the morning.
Not only that, you could imagine being woken up from a Christmas coma.
Oh,
When you're done eat, your belly done full, you're preparing for
I have
Juve.
abuse.
Exactly.
Abuse.
Please don't subject the people to that.
Please don't. So in order to avoid all of this, just ensure that everyone is parked where they're supposed to park, and no one is parked where they're not supposed to park. Know your collection day. Ensure that no vehicle is obstructing the garbage truck.
Please.
Okay, we don't foresee any disturbances when it comes to, or disruptions when it comes to the collection during the Christmas season, because fortunately or unfortunately, the holidays fall on the weekends. For us, our collection team, they only really have like 3 days off per annum. That it's a must, which is Christmas Day, New Year's Day, and Good Friday. So besides that, pretty much we work. Okay, so there shouldn't be any sort of disruptions to your collection for this year because of how the holidays are falling.
Remember to pack a plate for your collector, even if it's a piece of, rum cake. Because who would want to be out the house on Christmas or during the holiday season?
Well, it's holiday season. Christmas Day they'll be home because it's Sunday. But
Yes.
Boxing Day.
Who wants to be doing that?
Yes. So
So make sure you greet them with a glass of sorrel, something nice.
I'm sure they will appreciate it. immensely.
Listen, anybody give me a glass of sorrel, I'm happy, So,
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah.
ooh.
I had my first bottle of sorry like 2 weeks ago, and now it's just now I feel like, okay, Christmas is around the corner. Christmas without sorrel is, I don't know, it does not make sense.
does not
I had
make
to
sense.
endure that couple years ago, and it was awful.
I could imagine.
There was no ham and there was no sorry. Yeah,
No,
I was-
Hamid, that wasn't Christmas
I
no
was
more.
in Africa, girl. I did it bad. I think I did actually bad.
I would have come home.
I wanted to have-
Nah.
I wanted me ham and me sorry like nothing there.
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. So and I miss pastel. That's more like a other Caribbean country. That's a Trinity. Christmas and pastel is a must. I had to learn to make pastel.
I don't know what
Just
that is.
because-
I
it's
thought you meant
awesome.
like the color scheme.
No.
What's it nice? How bad?
It's actually a really, really nice dish. Really,
Oh,
really
okay,
nice.
okay.
Yeah. I think this corn flour and it's stuffed with, meat and some capers and da da da. It's really, really nice. I
Ooh.
think it has Spanish origins because, they're so close to Venezuela and all of that.
Y'all like, come
But-
here, go talk about food, by knowing that I always hungry. I don't know why y'all is doing that.
Girl, I hungry right now.
See?
But we will survive. But Christmas is all about food, so and drinks, sorrel and all of that and all those good stuff. But we definitely have communities and individuals that are really, really supportive, and the loaders have their peoples who they've bonded with over the years, and for those whose schedule might have changed, they've bonded with other persons, and they're individuals who take it very seriously in terms of baking those cakes, etc., for the loaders, And if they don't see their loaders in time for Christmas, they abuse, and they will call the office, or they'll get in contact with me, and they want to know where their loaders are so that they can give them their goodies. So, just make sure, y'all communicate out there, and everything should be fine. So we don't see any disruptions taking place, and for that, we're grateful. I do want to remind everyone in terms of the recycling project. The schedule we have right now runs up to December, and this is December. So if you have your plastics and your if you have your plastics and your metal cans, definitely dispose of them as soon as possible. We have the 6th has already gone. We are today. Today's the 13th, right?
Yes, it is.
Today we are at Buckley's, so definitely take your plastics there. On the 20th, we're in Connery. The other days are in Nevis. And then on the 27th, we're back in Buckley's. And on the 31st, we'll be in Dieppe Bay. So for all of, in terms of the Christmas, for those of us in the countryside on that side of the island, we definitely have to keep, we can keep it till the 31st and just get rid of all the plastics that we would have accumulated during the Christmas season, get our points. And once you get your points, you can give yourself a gift. Hey, you get a gift. So, hey.
December is the month of gifts,
Exactly. So
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
I actually want another flatware set, so I think I'm going to go for that.
Mama.
Yeah, it's what?
You know what? Achieve your goals.
Yes, I could put
Achieve
one
goals.
in one handbag and one in another handbag. Mind you, I always carry this one handbag everywhere, but that's not the point. The point is,
No, you don't have to switch
I
them
have
out.
options.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
So that's pretty much it for the collection schedule for the recycling project. What I would advise individuals to do is to stay tuned. Once we have gotten more information with regards to next year's rollout, we will keep you updated. Then, of course, for the good news or awesome news, right? Ministry of Environment, Climate Action and Constituency Empowerment is having a cleanup.
Ooh.
Yes. So community Christmas cleanup. And this is running from the 9th to the 18th of December. So it's already begun. Right? And it's going straight up to the 18th of December. The 18th of December is when again? That's next week.
This is next
think
week.
next
Let me
week
see. The 18th, you
Sunday.
said? The 18th?
Yes.
Yes, it is
No,
Sunday
this week
coming.
Sunday.
No, this week Sunday, yeah.
So this week Sunday, so try to capitalize on that. They'll be having furniture removal, yard waste removals, appliances removal. So they're targeting white goods. You have free access to bins, so there'll be bins placed in different communities and so forth. So utilize those. In terms of their scheduled weekends, there's yard cleanup, household junk removal, trash hauling, and all of these things. So try to contact the Ministry of Environment and get more details as exactly how and where everything will be. You can go to SKNIS and you will be able to get more information. I did put the link to the article in the description box in the chat.
Okay.
On YouTube, on the YouTube. So for those of you who can just, log on to YouTube and you could just copy and paste and it will take you directly to that. So the article does say that no matter how big or how small, it will be removed.
Listen, a win is a winner. I know a lot of y'all have these things in your house and y'all been wondering how to get it out. Y'all been saying, Lord, my cousin need him come and help me. Your cousin with the truck. No. Solid Waste has you.
Wait, no, that's Solid Waste.
Sorry?
Sorry,
not Solid Waste.
That's Solid Waste. Well, I believe we are, we're partners.
Technically, he has to go to Solid Waste, but
in there, but don't mute Solid Waste because you know they like to mute.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
So, but definitely, Ministry of Environment.
The Ministry of Environment
and,
has you.
Constituency Empowerment. So climate action and constituency empowerment. So there are a lot of partners. The STEP program is being utilized in this. Parks and beaches, of course. And so I think if you look out there, you're going to see a lot of evidence that cleanup is taking place, especially when it comes to the environment. You're going to see that. It's visible. This morning, I believe almost every single community had persons in there working. So if you see anything, just contact them. If you're unsure, just contact them and they'll be able to give you some information.
You know what they may be unsure about? What is a white good?
Okay, so white goods are is like electronics. So your fridge, your microwave, those type of products. So your kettles and so forth, those are white goods. And so in terms of disposal, you can dispose them in the bins. Once you know where your bin is, just take them to the bin. When when Solid Waste had a cleanup initiative in 2018, one of the communities that I think, in terms of us as Solid Waste, the entire team admired, one of the communities was Christchurch. Christchurch really, really came together to dispose of their goods. So they actually had an action plan where they would have pre-arranged for young men to be available, and even the little children. So the little items and so forth, they were carried by the little children, and then these bulkier items, they had young men available to take them to the bin. So one, they were able to efficiently and effectively clean up everyone's space in a very short space of time. So it was just in and out.
So all of those things that people like to find the bushes for, the paths when you're going on your walk, you see all kind of fridge and stove and stuff, tucked away, you don't have to do that, guys.
No, you don't.
The Ministry of Environment is taking care of that.
Yes.
Solid Waste is in there somewhere.
Yeah. Even if we're, that it must be brought to us, so we're in there somehow.
Has to be brought to y'all.
But of course, any initiative like this, we will definitely want to support and let the community know what's taking place. I believe Senator Clark is somebody who's very passionate about the environment, and
she
so
is.
This is definitely something that I'm not surprised it's been put forward, and you can see the evidence that persons are utilizing it.
Love it.
And so we have up until the 18th, which is Sunday. That's not that much time.
That's right there, man.
Exactly. So you know how we be. When the 18th reads, you're gonna say you didn't know. So try your best to share the message with others. Don't just keep it to yourself. Share it with others. Speak to your neighbors and try to come up with an action plan. Just like what some communities did, come up with an action plan. Like, hey, your neighbor is an elderly person, but they have this waste to dispose of. Try to put something in place. Speak to them. Let me see. Okay, the bin is quite up the road. Obviously, they can't take that up the road. So you had persons with trolleys. You had persons with vans and so forth. And it's vans? No, not a van. What is it? Pickup truck.
Pickup, yeah.
Right. So you had individuals with pickup trucks who were assisting their neighbors and relatives and whoever, friends or whatever. And working together really makes a difference. And it can be done in a short space of time And actually, it bonds the community together.
Yeah, it's a community cleanup activity.
Exactly. And it's Christmas time. So, hey, you're getting your waste removed for free.
Most importantly.
For free.
Okay.
So, do not say the bin is too far.
It's far when they go in the bushes. they can't answer that.
People say, oh, the bin was put in the other community or in the other project and not by us. Or
But
in this.
they literally just drive through all kind of hidden paths and valleys to dispose of things where they're supposed to dispose of them. So driving a little 2 miles, if so much, ain't going to kill them.
So just make sure you get your stuff to the bins so that those can be disposed of for free. You don't have to pay any tipping fee. Mind you, it's only $5. But you don't have to pay any tipping fee. You don't have to pay a hauler to take your waste somewhere. Well, not somewhere, to solid waste. Because that's the only place that should
That's
be
the
taking
only
it.
place y'all should be putting anything.
Exactly. So just try to capitalize on it. If you're unsure of anything, just contact the ministry and I am sure they'll be able to assist you with the information. But before you do that, try to just go onto the website and just read the article, read the poster, and I'm sure most of your information will be answered anyways through that.
Yes.
Okay. A lot of data has been circulating, so if you saw it and weren't sure that it's for you, it's definitely for you. It's for every single person. It's for the entire nation. So it's all around, and I think there are certain things that will be done during the weekdays, and then there are certain things that are scheduled for the weekends. So we only have one more weekend because the other one just went by. So let's try to capitalize on the one weekend that we have left because, hey, we don't want to extend it into Christmas weekend, obviously. And I doubt we'll be able to. People need to go home and, eat and drink and spend time with their families.
And be merry.
Yes. And prepare for carnival.
Yes.
Right? So I think that's pretty much it for us for today. Next week, we'll have something a little bit more special planned for you guys.
Well, before you go, somebody wants to know if Solid Waste can coordinate with Culture or Carnival to place some bins in the circus, especially on or during festive Fridays.
Say that again. If Solid Waste can coordinate with
Culture or Carnival to place some bins in the circus during the festive season, especially on Fridays, because Fridays they have festive Fridays in town, and town busy. But also Carnival town is going to be busy. So, can Solid Waste coordinate to have some bins placed so people keep town looking as good as possible?
I'm sure there's a possibility for coordination and partnership. One of the things, though, Solid Waste doesn't have small bins. What we have is a large...
Or them big green bins?
Yes. So I'm sure we don't want those blocking the roads and being unsightly. But, however, I'm sure there's something that can be worked out. And if Culture and Carnival sees a need, I'm sure they will reach out. Or perhaps now that we have been informed, we can perhaps reach out and see if they do require our assistance in any way.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Yes. Because one thing we always do is our sweepers, we're always right behind all the troops cleaning as we come along. So we're out there, but if there's further assistance that required from us, I'm sure we will be glad to do our part in ensuring that we keep our country clean, because that is our mandate after all.
Keep our country clean.
Okay. You better have that on tape. we might be buying it one day.
Facts.
Yes, so that's pretty much it for today. I do want to wish everyone season's greetings and have a merry, jolly Christmas. Of course, I'll more than likely see you guys before that. God spare our lives. But
next week, Tuesday, and a holiday, no?
No, it's not a holiday.
So you should see us. I don't know what you mean.
That's why I said God spare our lives.
Indeed.
God spare our lives. But we'll be seeing you guys right here on 98.9. Win FM, Win Media SKN on YouTube and on Facebook. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next week. And don't forget, do not let this opportunity pass you. Utilize it. This community Christmas cleanup, make use of it. Do not abuse after the fact and say solid waste did not come and collect nothing.
Because that is not true.
Because the Ministry of Environment put things in place for that. So just utilize it, because waste matters. Bye-bye, everyone.
The Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, is working hard each and every day to keep St. Kitts clean. Our primary mandate is to collect household waste while maintaining the engineer sanitary landfill in Connery. While it is the responsibility of businesses to see to it that their garbage is properly collected and disposed of at the landfill, the SWMC offers a commercial waste disposal service with our Nosy program. We also offer a bin rental service where persons can rent large bins to do community cleanups or other waste disposal activities. Additionally, our headquarters in Taylor's Range include state-of-the-art conference rooms for rental. So when you're hosting another event, consider using the SWMC conference facilities. We want to continue serving you by keeping our environment clean, because at the SWMC, waste matters. For more information, call our office at 465-9507.
Buildings damaged by an earthquake are dangerous. This is not the time for sightseeing.
Brilliant gold liquid reflects or sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Triple that cash back. From now until December 31st, Hosford's Furniture and Appliances in Ashley Furniture Home Store is going to triple that cash back. Triple that cash back. You heard right. Hosford's is going to triple that never-ending cash back now with 3 big ways to save. 1. Get low monthly and weekly payments and no payment until February 2023. 2. Get a chance to win absolutely free groceries for 1 year. 3. Triple that never-ending cashback at Hosford's Furniture and Appliances in Ashley Furniture Home Store for even more groceries. Triple that cashback today at Hosford. Triple the savings. Triple the free groceries. Triple the extraordinary. Triple that never-ending cashback today. See store for details.
Welcome back to another episode of Island Tea with myself, your fave, Jade, and we are just chugging along here today. As mentioned, my co-host is out sick, unfortunately, so I'm just here by myself doing my best, doing my absolute best. Before we continue, it would be remiss of me not to send a very special birthday shout out to our friend over in Antigua, Mr. Darren Matthew Ward, honorary fave of ours and the co-host of our Caribbean Link Up. He is celebrating today, so congratulations for making it another year. We are so happy that you have been able to add to our show in the way that you have and to join us each and every Friday. So hopefully you have a grand time on your birthday. Let's continue. Let's chug along. Let's see what else we have to get into. Before I do so, let me just take a very quick break and send a message. Again, it's only me, so I have to do these things. And I was just getting my guest settled. She's looking so stunning today. Yes, you know, every time we see Shira, that means the Ministry of Agriculture has some good things for us.
More than good things.
All right. I'm excited. So you want to jump right into it? Introduce yourself again to the people who may not be so familiar with you.
Yes, I mean, I usually do.
Shira, why you have two mics?
I wasn't sure which mic was my mic, so I figured if I have them both.
Please to move one of them.
We could play it off. So okay, let me see. I should probably, which one looks like it's more me?
Anyone is fine, babes. Anyone is fine.
I feel like this one gives me me.
All right.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to go with this one.
Okay.
But yes, so as I was saying, I have more than good news. I have great news. Good morning for those persons who are watching us live and for those persons who, of course, are hearing the sound of my voice. I am really excited this morning because this is really us kicking it into, I guess you could say, gear 4.
Mm-hmm.
We're preparing for the second edition of the Agri Christmas Night Market.
Oh.
Yes, I know, right?
I love that. Pull your mic a little closer to you.
I absolutely love it. So I always tell people the night market event is my absolute favorite event of all the initiatives that we usually host as a ministry. And this one in particular, especially because it's during the Christmas season, it just gives me a different kind of vibe.
You start feeling the Christmas spirit.
Exactly. I don't know. Maybe it's the Christmas music. Maybe it's just, the feeling of love and togetherness.
Yes.
The truth is it's probably more so because there's a whole lot more food.
You know, I didn't want to say it, right?
I mean,
but I feel like it would be remiss of us not to mention.
I just really, I wish I didn't have to go into detail about the food part because I might get lost in it.
That's okay.
But that's okay, right?
That is
That's
okay.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my time and I'm going to give the people just an idea as to why this is one of my favorite events. So, sorrel is one of those things that we get throughout the year.
Lord, I love me some
True.
sorrel, sorry.
Facts.
Love.
We do get sorrel throughout the year, but we just culturally we have more of it and we consume more of it, evidently so, during the Christmas season.
As we should.
Yeah, and something I realized the last year that we have a lot more sorrel products. Sorrel the plant itself is being used more than we've noticed. Just a common person you're looking on and you're just thinking, sorrel drink. I know we're gonna have the sorrel picking. Yeah, it's more than that. I recently discovered that ketchup is actually being made out of sorrel.
What you say, friend? What you mean?
On island, people are using sorrel to make ketchup.
Sorrel ketchup?
I feel so behind. Yeah, like I feel like I'm just catching on.
But what you would put us on?
Everything. Everything you want to use ketchup for is the same thing. I was like, well, so where have we been?
I'm so...
all this time.
Mind blown. Wow.
The cake, the sorrel cake, because let me tell you, sorrel is the featured product for this event, right? And I just don't know where to begin with the sorrel products. It's so many things. There's so many products that can be made from the plant itself, the sorrel itself.
And I don't think a lot of people knew that because I for sure didn't. This is news to me.
The ketchup caught me off guard. I said, what?
That one was a little...
Hashtag
I didn't think about that.
Yep. But sorrel ketchup is definitely one of those things that really caught me off guard, and the cake as well. So I tasted, I don't know if you remember, it could have been earlier this year, there was a sorrel festival, and this sorrel festival was actually hosted by the agro-processors. Now, that is where I started, the journey into digging to find out more about the sorrel products on island. The locally made products began. So I discovered that there is a sorrel cake and there is a mixture, the actual mixture that you use to make fruit cake. It is made, but it is sorrel infused. Like sorrel is made for that. And so the cake has this vibrant, rich, red, velvety.
So when you come here, you make me hungry so early in the morning.
See,
Like,
I
it's
try to
literally
warn the
9:15.
people about the
I'm
food
trying
thing.
to be on a little carnival diet. You come here to talk about food. What is going on with y'all today?
I apologize for those persons who have been working really hard to get your bodies in shape for January morning because you want to shell down the road.
You come here to talk about sorry cake.
Listen,
Sure.
I apologize, but on the 22nd of December, you really should use that day as your cheat day. Is that bad? No, friend. You guys should use that day.
I am inclined to agree.
Close your ears, trainers. Close your ears.
Listen, you're supposed to have a cheat day, okay?
The trainer's gonna be mad
for
because
what? It's only one day.
Yeah, but sometimes that particular day makes you go back for like a second
I don't think they're going to overdo it. I think
I
they're going to
mean,
indulge.
I guess it would be okay if it's for local products.
Exactly. They're going to indulge in all of the good old things at the night market.
Exactly. So the agri-Christmas night market, you should really make that particular event your cheat day. Don't tell anybody that I encouraged you to eat.
No, I would.
You would tell people?
Yeah. I have to put the blame on somebody,
But why would you put it on me?
Because
I
you
just want them to eat at the night market the way that I eat. I don't know.
This is live. They can see and hear you. You came on the radio to advertise the agri-markets, the Christmas agri-markets, and as much festive things that will be happening there that we love. Food important. So if they overdo, they got to put it on somebody.
Of course it is. We have to eat. We need to eat to survive. But even better is we should be eating healthier food. And so for us to eat healthier, I would encourage most persons should already know. But just a reminder, eating local is the safest way to ensure that you're eating food that came straight from the earth, that goes straight to your plate.
I agree.
Yes, because when we eat food that is imported, we have no idea what those journeys do to the food. As a matter of fact, where the food came from, we don't even really know.
No, we don't touch it.
Because there's some places they take food from other countries and then they ship it to you. And when it's in the container for like 2 weeks, God knows what's in the container with the food.
Exactly.
And then you eat it. I mean, we really take lots of risks.
We do, and that is why we should now start to eat local.
That is why the Agri Night Market event in particular is one of those events where I feel like people really need to start paying more attention to the food that is available, more attention to the local vendors, the farmers, the fisher folk, you know, all those agro-processors, because the agro-processors as well, they play an immensely important role in ensuring that we don't have major food wastage. We waste a lot of food, and
no, we do.
The truth is, I like to use the pumpkin as an example because when I think about the number of times I've heard farmers say, you know, I had X amount of pounds of pumpkin and it was on the ground for this amount of time and it was just wasted. The pumpkin could actually be used as compost. It could be used for something else, just the same way that the sorrel is being used for something else. There are lots of food that we could actually take and make into something else.
And that is what we need to start doing, because everybody can't just grow and sell. Everybody needs to find creative ways. Yes, you can grow, but you need to take what you reap and turn it into something that helps to either add another product to the bin that we have, the market, spread it out.
Exactly.
Everybody can't just sell us cucumbers. Everybody can't buy a cucumber.
No, and there are different ways that we can be using the cucumber. Juice it.
Yes.
You don't have to eat cucumber crunchy.
No,
First of all, to be honest, I'm not even a cucumber lover, I'll be honest.
Wow.
I'm not a cucumber. Shout out to all the cucumber lovers. I am not.
I'm judging you. I'm judging.
Listen, I'm not a cucumber lover, but I can tell you, I would eat my cucumber if it's juiced. I would drink it because it's juice. Lord of mercy, forgive me, but yes, I would drink the cucumber juice. And I would actually prefer if I feel like I'm one of those people who, if I set a goal, for example, if I'm dieting and, you know, maybe I'm trying to lose weight or, you know, I just want to maintain a healthy mind, a healthy body, I don't always necessarily want to see my vegetables as the whole vegetable.
Yeah, because sometimes it gets daunting.
And it gets kind of boring. I wouldn't lie to you. So
give me
it's
a
really good, actually.
juice.
Exactly. I think it's a really fantastic idea having the food creatively made into other things. If you put cucumber in cake, a cake isn't.
I'm pretty sure somebody has tried that. I'm pretty sure.
I'm just giving an example, Jade.
It don't even have to be cake. It could be like
it doesn't.
a
but
muffin,
I'm thinking about the cake,
like
so I just
muffin.
used cake as the example.
You need to take your mind off a cake.
Boy, the sorrel cake really
I'm
had me
telling
good.
you just...
The sorrel cake really had me in a chokehold.
Clearly, because you cannot get away from that.
If the
which
sorrel,
is understandable.
Listen, if the sorrel plant had legs, more than likely it would have its foot on my neck. Lord of mercy.
You're making me need sorrel now.
Listen,
You're making me just want to go find some sorrel now.
It is that good. It's that good. But let me tell you, I really want people to understand the importance of this particular event and why we keep repeating over and over the importance of eating healthy and eating local. You know, our hashtag eat healthy, hashtag buy local, the tags that we have. They're more than just tags. They're life changers. So. Yeah, they are really life changers. The more I started buying from the market and buying from the local vendors, is the more I felt like I was actually being better to myself. I felt like my body was thanking me. And I have to say, it takes a lot of work to just pop up, at a program like ILNT and look good and smell good, I'm just saying. I gotta make sure that my skin looks flawless and clean, but those things come with cucumber water.
Yes, you just put a little bit on your eye.
A little bit on the. Oh, you know what's going on?
You see me?
I really need the cucumbers. I need to go down to the market because I need the cucumber slices, especially after watching the elections after 3 this morning.
You made it through?
I fell asleep about 3 times. I won't lie to you, and then I woke up maybe like 4 or 5 a.m.
Oh no, I wasn't doing that. I literally after 2 I said, you know what?
You clocked out?
Somebody gonna win, and I gonna find out in the morning. Cause not me.
It took me about 3 neck breaks in between to decide. You know what? This isn't for me. This is young people thing. No, I can't do this anymore. So I'm going to pack it up.
Yeah, friend, we ain't as young as we used to.
I had to pull the scarf and everything. I said, well, I got to pack it up.
Yeah.
I got to wait until in the morning to see what's going on.
Why don't you come on the eye and just go to sleep?
And the puffiness goes away. See, that's another way we could be using vegetables.
Skincare
products. To tell the people, Jade, you know what's going on.
I keep trying. Listen, me and me good old Rasta man who does been here, but who ain't here today because he's sick.
Oh.
We just been here telling them, like, y'all have to take the produce that we have and find creative ways to turn them into different things to sell.
Exactly.
That will lessen the waste.
Listen, let me tell you something. I feel like when we say food is our medicine, people only think, it's just consuming the food. But I have realized that even just using the fruits and the vegetables, the products, and mixing my apricots and those kind of things to make the mask, it makes me feel so enlightened. It does something to my mental health that I can't explain. It's almost, the feeling that you get when you see a waiter approaching you with food on the platter after 30 minutes of waiting.
And you know it's yours.
And you say, oh my God, that freshly caught lobster is mine. And it's on its way. That is the feeling that I get when I use those products, especially when I know that the products are made by people who live and breathe and they hustle on the island where I'm from.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful feeling. I listen, sometimes I feel so boasting when I'm able to post something and say, listen, you see this ginger and turmeric drink or soap? This came from a local vendor. It feels so good being able to promote the local food, the local fruits, the vegetables, the products. I'm telling you, especially when it's locally made, because there is always a hype for other people's things, and I feel like we need to get to that point in St. Kitts and Nevis where we feel that we're about our own as well. Years ago there was this notion, whenever if it had a label on it because it was from overseas, didn't even matter which country, but if it had a label on it and it was from somewhere else, there was this notion that it was better because it was from overseas.
And that is not
false.
That is not the truth.
Extremely false.
Yeah.
Because we've realized now more than ever that the food that we're eating that is actually produced and grown here in the soil that we trample on, the soil that we've known our entire lives, from children right up to adults, that soil produces the best, the tastiest, the freshest food that you could ever consume.
Mingala, you're convincing. I believe everything you're saying, because I live it, but you're convincing me like I never hear this before.
I'm telling you, I am telling you. So this is why it is important for us to say it over and over until people really, really get it. It helps me as well because I don't always eat what I'm supposed to eat.
None of us do.
True. I don't always eat what I'm supposed to. And, especially when I go to the market, I realize every time I go down to the market, shout out to all the vendors down at the market who listen, because I know sometimes they're tuned in on their phones, and we go down to, take pictures and have conversations with them from time to time on a weekly basis. And I get this feeling every time I go down to the market, I'm reminded, you know what? I don't think I really ate well enough this week.
When you see all the vegetables that you know
I
you ain't
feel
eat this
bad.
week.
I was like, every time I see, oh my God, I need to buy a pineapple and
I got to buy a
I
watermelon.
need to get a
something.
watermelon. My body is telling me. You
get
see,
a
you see the
banana.
spinach over there? That came from his farm.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? No, I am not going to KFC today. I'm not gonna go and get fried chicken today. I'm not gonna go and get fast food from any of the other places that I've been to in the last 2-3 weeks.
Your little kale, your lettuce,
I need
your
to
cucumber.
I need to go home,
Make a nice salad.
and bake it, and put a salad with it, and get it together.
Get your life together,
and
yes.
the more that you do it is really like the more you're training your body and your mind to eat more of those things, to want more of those things. Right? That's where we really should be.
And it's better for you in the long run. It is better for you in the long run because we know there's so many diseases out there, diabetes, hypertension, pressure, all these things. We don't want to have to deal with those things.
Exactly. And it's a major issue because I think the non-communicable diseases, that is one of the, unfortunately, that is one of the deadliest, the highest percentages of deaths that we have in the region, not even just in St. Kitts and Nevis, but non-communicable diseases, they really, really take us out.
They do.
They really take us out. And I feel like it's time for us to change that. But the only way that we can change that is really making food our medicine. And the best place to start is by eating our own food. Because that way we know we're in control of what goes into the food. We know, okay, Armstrong's farm is in Keon. When Armstrong gets his pineapples from Keon, he comes down from the mountain, he goes down to the market, he puts it in your hand, in your bag. Same thing with the sweet peppers. You know it's fresh. I know that it went from Keon's farm down here in my bag, and I gone.
Exactly.
You don't know that about other people's fruits and vegetables when they come from God knows where. You have no idea what's going on in the containers.
Nope.
Exactly. And so I really want to encourage for those persons who have never been to a night market event, for those persons who, even if you're not at the night market event, but you know that the Bastille Public Market is open, please do your best. Try and make the effort because you should be taking advantage of the opportunity that is given to you. There are lots of people who overseas, sometimes they send us messages on Facebook, especially in the DMs, like they really send us private messages on a regular basis to let us know the pictures and the videos, whatever content is on the Ministry of Agriculture Facebook page. It makes them miss being at home, and it makes them realize the opportunity that they had when they were on island to just run to the market and grab the local food and the fruits and vegetables. You know, a lot of people don't even see fresh fish caught where they're living.
No.
Some people live mainland, they live literally in the mainland. They're not surrounded by the ocean, they're surrounded by lakes. And so when you actually sit and you say, you know what? I can't believe I could actually walk into the market and just buy snapper, doctor fish, butterfish, whatever I want, you know, right in front of me.
And they miss that.
I'm telling you.
But you do not want to miss the night markets.
No.
Do not miss that, guys.
You really can't.
On the 22nd.
December 22nd, use this opportunity to your advantage. It is going to be at the Bastille Public Market. It starts at 5 p.m. and it runs until 10 p.m.
Is it free?
Of course it is free.
There you go.
So you just walk into the market with your bags or your paper bags and you go and shop as much as you want. We're also going to have vendors there. I don't know if you know the Small Business Expo that was recently held. Well, we actually had a few vendors from that particular event who registered for the Agri Christmas night market as well. I think it was maybe about 20 of those people who decided they wanted to be a part of that experience. So we're going to have more than food there. And our special guest, we can't wait to have the Nevis Abattoir coming down from the Ministry of Agriculture on Nevis. They're going to be coming down, so that division is going to be partnering with us, and they're going to have, of course, their smoked beef, smoked ham, rotisserie chicken, smoked chicken, you name it. So really excited for that. So please, please, please take advantage of this opportunity to get your fresh fish, your local goods.
And
everything.
it's Christmas time. That
It's
is when you
Christmas
need
season.
to get all these good things. So
Listen, let
make
me tell you
sure.
something. If you miss the opportunity to buy at the Agri-Christmas Night Market, which is on a Thursday, by the way, it's Thursday, December 22nd. Thursday, December 22nd. If you miss the opportunity, you have no one to blame for yourself, because remember, this Sunday is Christmas.
Okay.
Sunday is Christmas Day,
Go
and you
to
know you have
all-
lots of baking and cooking and pies and all kind of
And they
things to
need
make.
the fresh product. They
You need
the
ups
fresh
and
product.
time.
Yeah.
You need ups and time.
So
Don't
make
waste
sure
time.
You go get your little onion
Exactly.
and sweet pepper and story. But Shira, it was a pleasure having you as usual. Every time you come here, it is such fun.
Yes.
But we have to go, unfortunately.
It's me, Jade. I mean, it's me.
I mean, yeah, of course. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
I know.
But you will be back next year.
Most
I'm
definitely.
pretty sure.
Most definitely. Every single time. I always love coming to Island Tea, and I feel more and more like family.
You should.
Yes, thank you guys. Only because Azim is missing today.
Yeah, I know.
Azim, wherever you are, get well soon.
Send him something with sorrel in it.
You know what? You know what he needs? He needs ginger and turmeric.
That's what he need. Send him some. But
yes, that's true.
Yes, but guys, thank you, Shira. We'll take a very short break and be right back with
It's
more
a
Island
pleasure.
Tea. Stick and stay.
People promises to make your holiday season a whole lot merrier and brighter. Simply shop at Ram Supermarket and Cash and Carry this December and enter to win free groceries for 1 year valued at $50,000. At Rams, you're always guaranteed better prices, better quality, and better service. Happy holidays from Rams, the good food people. 'Tis the season to shop with your good food people at Ram. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details. Ram, the good food people, promises to make your holiday season a whole lot merrier and brighter. Simply shop at Ram Supermarket and Cash and Carry this December and enter to win free groceries for 1 year valued at $50,000. At Rams, you're always guaranteed better prices, better quality, and better service. Happy holidays from Rams, the good food people. 'Tis the season to shop with your good food people at Ram. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Welcome back to Island Tea, guys. It is the last leg of today, just like that. It is 9:30, but we have a very, very special guest in studio, a legend, Mr. Mention. Good morning, how are you doing?
Good morning, Jade. Good morning to the rest of the listening audience. Good morning, 98.9. We there. What's up?
Yeah, man. So, every time you see Mention here, that means it's carnival. Cannot have a carnival without you.
That's good. That's good to know. That's good to know.
That's
good
good
to
to
know
know.
that my input is valid.
Of course.
Yeah, man.
And I know you guys, Of course, it's carnival, so you have to have some new music for the people.
Yeah, definitely.
So where you come give us today? Where you come give us today, man?
Just our contribution to Sugar Mass for Sugar Mass 51, as usual. 3 tracks. We did a small EP. Due to the essence of time.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, as usual, just making a contribution to Carnival musically.
Love it. Love it. So before we even jump into the music, how does it feel being back after 2 years, about to be back on the road in the capacity of literally band music for Carnival?
Definitely. It's been tough.
Boy, I could imagine.
It's been real tough. It's kind of like breaking back in new shoes. Because, I mean, not playing for these long, extended road gigs for probably 2 years definitely will put you out of it. So there's definitely some catching up to be done, but it ain't going to take us long to catch up, trust me. Because of the anticipation, the excitement, and the expectation. You know what I mean? It's going to be off the chain. It's going to be off the chain, definitely.
I mean, we expect nothing less. We've seen the type of product that you guys bring to the road. We've seen the music. We've heard the quality. So we don't expect nothing less from you and the band. But, you know, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And so I know people been anticipating, just looking up and seeing you guys.
Yep. And definitely we look forward to looking down and seeing, you know, all the fans and all the patrons just come out and have a nice time and enjoy, you know, us. What we represent, Carnival, our music represent, and we represent our culture, and we represent ourselves as a people through the music. So it's everything in one. You know what I mean? It's everything in one. So I'm just hoping that this year, like you said, live up to all its expectation and all the hype. We hope that people come out and, you know what I mean, be on your best behavior but have your worst behavior at the same time. That mean have fun responsible fun, you know what I mean?
A matter of fact, you might need to put it on a shirt.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Be on your best behavior, but what?
But on your worst behavior at the same time.
Listen, that I need the first shot you make with on it. I need it.
Yeah, man. So I mean,
and
something to look forward to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't want anything to finish prematurely. You know, especially coming from so far, cause we I mean, since 2020 we reached a long way.
2 years.
Yeah, we reached a long way.
Who could have imagined that one day we would have just woken up and they tell us, no, I can't go outside?
Yeah, and there's no way we want the bands to finish prematurely because of any sort of, you know what I mean, violence. Because locking off the bands will just feel like lockdown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we want to go back there to that state of mind. So we want everybody come out, full expectancy to have a fun time. You know what I mean? Splendid. Yeah, we want Carnival to be like 51 years. Let we celebrate it like we have it for 51 years. We might not be in here for the whole 51, but this is the extension of the 51. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I want to believe people are going to understand the importance of being back on the road on New Year's and last lap. And so that they will bring that mentality, because nobody wants to be the person who had to make the band stop, you know.
That's very true. I hope so.
I hope so as well.
I hope so.
I hope so as well. But so over the last 2 years, preparing for this moment again, how has that been? How has the band been able to get past, you know, the limitations and the lockdowns and the setbacks and all of these things, and give us some new music this year? How did you guys prepare for that?
It's definitely been a challenge. I mean, for 2 years not being able to create revenue for yourself, and then after 2 years hiatus going into Carnival with limited resources in terms of sponsorship towards recording and making your music. I could say straight up, this is self. Like, there was no sponsorship about this. So that was the next thing that kind of limit, I think, not only me, but most of the bands in terms of doing extended albums like we normally do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's very hard to come out of, like I said, 2 years not creating any revenue for yourself, and then have to take revenue to create, music, produce music. But at the same time, we had to. We had to. This is our sworn commitment. That's why we are a band, and that's why I take our music and I take our brand as New Vibes as Sugar Band as serious as I take it. Because it's more than just the music. For me, it's more than just the music. You could use the music as a platform to carry your country. That's why we are ambassadors.
Definitely,
so,
definitely.
That's how I look at it. So that's something that it was hard, but we had to. We had to do. We had to pull from all angles and get it done because it was important to contribute to Sugar Mass 51.
Of course, and Sugar Mass isn't just carnival, it is a tourism product.
Exactly.
Because when you see people flying in just for carnival, that is putting extra money in the economy, that is putting our name on the map when it comes to carnival. Because realistically, St. Kitts Nevis Carnival is one of the best carnivals in the world, not just in the Caribbean.
Well, I back you on that. I just hope that and wish that a lot more of us will see it through the same lens. Being smaller don't mean that you're less than.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you could have something that is less than numbers, but it's of a greater quality and value. So, yeah. That's the outlook we have to look at ourselves, and a part of it too is that we have to give more to our own, push out more of our own. We don't want to always feel like some event only could be heightened if a foreign entity is, we're supposed to feel the same way if it's just our local acts up there.
I agree.
So that's one of the things that I've been fighting for, not just for Sugar Band, but all artistry and all bands. We have to build. We have to build. We have to have an identity. If nobody can look at St. Kitts music and St. Kitts bands and identify with something, that means we ain't doing enough.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. We don't have to always depend on the foreign acts. We should be able to just put on a show and say, you know what, we have a Grandmasters, a Sugar Band, a Dijua, IMAC, all of the carnival contenders, and that just sell itself. Not only just put us there, but have the same hype and the same awareness and the same expectation as if we were sharing the stage with a foreign act or regional act. Have the same expectation of the bands and the local artists at the same time. I'm not saying that we don't get the support, but we need the support to be continuous. And we ourselves have also that obligation to be professional in terms of what we do, and staying on top of our game too, so that when the fans them pushing us, they're pushing us in a right direction, because we're on top of not only just the music but the business aspect of the music as well. Yeah, I think that's one thing that's lacking with some of our artists here, that they expect because they create music that people are going to take them serious, but you have to take yourself serious first. Definitely you have to take yourself serious first, and you got to put yourself in the situation, because I think people will look at your outlook like, hey, this is what you're about, but if they don't see a certain drive within you, I don't think people is gonna invest in you. Invest in your talent. If you don't invest in yourself first, it must start with you. That is a fact. Yeah. That is a fact. But anyway, off the serious things, because we're here to talk music. Well, we're here to talk back to the serious things, because music is very serious. You know what I mean, You know what I mean. I know exactly what you mean, but So let's go back to the album now. I know y'all gave us 3 solid songs. Yeah. Keisha, Earthquake, and One Thing. Well, Keisha is really what's your Keisha? Sneaky Link. Place, I know, but I like to call her Keisha. I like to call her by her name. Ladies don't take offense. But I know all the ladies name Keisha Vex. There's nothing about it behind the name Keisha. Keisha can't catch a break, no boy. Something that it's just a name that I use. It could have been Karen. It could have been Nyla Keisha. Nyla. It could have been it could have been any other name. But no, I think Keisha fits.
Okay.
I think I not any Keishas in specifically.
Exactly.
But just here because you gotta remember Keisha. Every time you hear the word Keisha, you gotta remember Sneaky Link.
You must remember that.
Yeah.
So you're just being creative. And hey, ladies, you have a creative name, so don't feel no way.
No, I know. Listen, somebody named Keisha right now happy, you know. Because every time they hear the name and they hear Sneaky Link, bye. But where you want to start? Where you want to start?
Let me start with one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, like I said, like for almost 3 years now, we haven't been in it. And we just come to do one thing. We ain't come to argue. We ain't come to look no confusion. We ain't come to look nobody news.
Mm-hmm.
We just come to do one thing for Sugar Mass 51.
All
Let's
right. All right.
I ain't come to win, I just come for the mass. Ain't no idling, when them fighting and ready to have a blast. 20 was the last, 21 it was the high. One is to shoot my mass, 2 week on demand. I'm checking in, but I'm checking off everything on the bucket list. I don't have the time to just sit and talk about other people's business. Space watching the space, yeah, space blocking the place. Give me them the space, I won't turn up the place. I don't know about you, let me tell you something. I just don't do one thing.
Well, you come to one thing indeed, and that's to make sure the people on the road got be on their worst behavior.
Worst behavior in the best way.
Yeah, man. That is still my favorite quote. Yeah, man, that song vibes, man. That song vibes. I can see the people jamming on the road to this.
You just come do one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're having a variety of things. Fete and party, party and wave. Wake up the next day and do it again. Fete and party, shell along the place. Wake up tomorrow, do the same thing again. So it might sound like 4 different things, but it's 4 different things saying the one thing. Because partying ain't different from fete, fete ain't different from partying. So it's one thing.
And that's the season we're in right now. That's exactly what we're going to be doing, you know.
Exactly.
I love it. But how did this song come about? Like, who was the inspiration behind it?
Actually, this was a track, not really a track, but we had a template of a beat that me and Miller had from since 2018. As a matter of fact, this probably would have, if we had finished it, it probably would have come up with the last 2019. That's with Area Code and them other tracks. But because of time too, we held back and we decided to do it the following year. But we all knew what happened the following year up until this point.
Oh boy!
So we just went back. I pulled the beat forward, and I just created a concept. And I figured, this one thing, just come do one thing. You know, we just put it together. He did the arrangements. Big up to man like Dijon Webb. He came through, did some drums arrangement as well. So you know, it was a combined effort on this track. Big up the man like I can't even remember. I don't want to call his right name.
Hola. You want to put him on the spot like that?
Big up
put
DJ,
government out there.
Big up DJ Winch, you know. That's where we did the vocals. We did the vocal tracks. So, yeah.
Well, I think the people are going to enjoy that one for Sugar Mass. But where we heading next?
I think we could go with Natural Disaster.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Natural disaster. This one was probably not gonna be done. It was only 2 tracks originally was gonna do for this celebration. However, I had a slight idea, and me and Mila decided, hey, let me try it. It's time kind of tight, but let me try it. So I think this is the diamond in the rough.
All right.
So to speak.
All right. Well, let me hear what you're talking about.
It's a natural disaster. Remember, music is natural.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we want to bring something natural to Sugar Mass. You know what I mean?
You hear me talking to the Ministry of Agriculture just now, no? Because that's how we was talking about,
Yeah, but you got to talk to the emergency people as well at NEMO. Yes, because we say natural disaster.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Dear.
Shake up the place round here. Shake up the place round here. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? This one is a natural disaster. Aftermath, look at what happened after. Things rearrange, things look strange. Things can't find people misplaced. Music blazing, sound vibrating. When we touch down, place start shaking. We go on the roads to caving. When people start misbehaving. Watch it place, just a shape, just a shape. It's a earth, it's a walk, miss a quake. Earthquake, how much it measure on the damn Richter scale. When we touch down, we coming like climate change. Hold on, wait for it, you better hold on. Wait for it, I tell you hold on. It's a natural disaster. Can you feel when we shake from the wall to the floor to the ceiling? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? When we did bust up for them up in them feelings. Can you feel it? When we did beat it. Shake, shake, look out, come shake 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 it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Shake it up. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? When you think it's peace and safety, some grass stop people gone crazy. Did you hear what took place lately? Aftermath, someone updated me. Minister of roads, let's be clear. Next year all the roads want repair. Church Street, 4th Street, round by the square. Hillian Street, Bay Road, all of us still. Watch it place, just a shape, just a shape. It's a earth, miss a quake. Earthquake, how much it measure on the damn Richter scale. When we touch down, we coming like climate change. Hold on, wait for it, you better.
Mention you nearly make me get up in here. Me gonna let you. You nearly make me get up in here just now.
Yeah.
I feel, right? And it's just in my humble opinion. But I feel like there's this Nima ad that it does play. I feel like it should be replaced by this. I feel like this song would be a little more effective in getting the message out if Nima use it.
Yeah.
Talk to them. See what can happen.
I'm gonna make a 1 or 2 calls and see how.
Yeah, see if Abdia Sam would be on board because being a lady, if I hear this, I'm gonna stop and listen.
You must stop and listen. Yeah,
I'm gonna know I want to dance to it, but I'm gonna listen.
But yeah, a part of it is dancing too, because we gotta keep on it moving.
Yeah.
If you got to follow protocol, so
Indeed.
listening, you will find what is the protocols. If there is the earthquake, if there is a hurricane, you listen to the protocol. So you gotta be active. So
Yeah, man.
nothing wrong with moving.
You gotta shake something. You have to shake something.
Yeah, man, but that's how we come in. This musical vibration, and that's what we want to come with. We just show you out that this is the kind of vibes that we want our music to bring to Sugar Mass 51. Not only to sing it, but beyond sing it, a musical vibration, a positive musical vibration. Yeah.
The shape by well.
Yeah, man, natural. We just want it natural, nothing artificial, just natural vibes. Yeah.
Many people to say. I want that, but on the
Nobody can see you, so that's perfect.
Who can see me?
That's perfect.
Who can see me? These cameras on, man.
Yeah, but they're on, but
I might got to slide out the frame and do a
slide
little
out the
1, 2 and
frame,
come
slide
back.
out the frame and, yeah.
But before I do that, let me jump into Keisha. Let me touch Keisha and see. Let me stop calling it Keisha, Lord. Sneaky link.
Sneaky link.
You know when people hear sneaky link, they don't start to why are you talking? No.
No, I
Get
just
the
want,
words first.
I just really wanted. I mean, in every song you come out, you're gonna be a message song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You gotta got party songs.
Yeah, this
like
is
for
party
me.
time.
For me, this is a fun song.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like, all about stand firm and we
Yeah.
got times for them things. But I mean,
We don't have enough messages. This is carnival
I just
time.
wanted something fun, something for the people to not only dance but laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's lacking a lot in our society today.
Yeah, everybody's so
Laughter,
serious.
everybody's so serious. Everybody. No, I'm a serious person. Don't get me wrong, but you gotta laugh. Laughing is healthy.
It is.
It is healthy. So people, let's dance and laugh.
All right.
Hello? 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 What is it? You better know. I hear about this latest thing, they calling it the sneaky link. That man and woman out there a ball. What if it's not a money link, a Cuban or a Gucci link? You know one them kind of links not at all. When I about my own business, I heard a fella complaining about this sneaky link that he had. He thought he had the link unlocked, but find out Jack was in the box. One for Granelli send him mad. And it sounded like hello. I want down to Keisha, hello. I said I want down to Keisha. No, he total disbelief. One minute she fell asleep. Why Keisha went so deep? It sounded like hello. I want down to Keisha, hello. I said I want down to Keisha. She tell me that she home chilling all alone. Now she's sneaky like her answer the phone. That's why me say what kind of girl? Me know what? That kind of girl. Me know what? 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 That kind of girl. Me know what no sneaky link, no sneaky link. Soon as me blink, another man a sing. Me know what no sneaky link, no sneaky link. Soon as me blink, another man a sing. Sneakers, paper feet. If you're not a sneaker, get walk up please. Sneakers, paper feet. If you're not a sneaker, get walk up please. Walk up please. I want you walk up please. If you're not a sneaker, just walk up in the sneakers. Different strokes for different folks. Ifs and buts and I suppose. Choices that we make in a life. Some people want a sneaky link. Some people in this single thing. Others want a husband or wife. No matter how you choose to live, everybody do your thing. But keep one thing in mind. If you choose a sneaky link, things hit the fan and end up sting. You didn't take me advice. And it sounded like hello. I want down to Keisha, hello. I said I want down to Keisha. No, it total disbelief. One minute she fell asleep. Why Keisha went so deep? It sounded like hello. I want down to Keisha, hello. I said I want down to Keisha. She tell me that she home chilling all alone. Now she's sneaky like the answer the phone. That's why they say what kind of girl? You know what? That kind of girl.
Keisha girl. Keisha girl. Listen, jangan turn up the road. Sneaky link boy. Whoever out here talking about they want on the lie mention. Whoever tell you that they lie to you. These men talking about they want on the lie.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily say a man.
Oh.
A man told me so.
Well, this man I mean.
Okay, well, I gave man advice. Nothing wrong with it. You understand?
Nothing wrong with a Keisha.
Well, nothing wrong with a Keisha if that's your choose, but nothing wrong if you ain't choose a Keisha and you choose a Lisa.
Choose your sneaky link
Yeah,
wisely,
just
man.
don't choose a Peter.
If that's what you so listen.
What you mean? So,
We don't judge. We don't judge. We just enjoy the music.
It's all about fun. You know what I mean? We all know obviously that that trend about sneaky link, and I just wanted to just create some fun about it. You know what I mean? But hey, it's always something to learn. You know, you're never too old to learn.
Definitely.
So
Definitely. But these tracks, though, these 3 solid tracks, will they be on any of the digital platforms?
yes, it will be on the digital platforms. Unfortunately, not on Apple and Spotify, but it will be on Caribbean Events.live.
Mm.
That is owned by John James, local. So we're gonna use our local man and his platform for our music. So you could go on Caribbean Events.live and you can purchase the EP. It's 12 US.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
Yeah,
That's lunch.
30 EC.
What you?
And it
Sometimes I
comes-
feel like we're too cheap, but you know.
We go. And that goes straight to your email, so you get the download one time. Or you could check me or any other guys in the band for pen drives. with
I
the
love
music.
it. I love it.
So that's
This-
the platform we're using. You know what I mean? So it's a local-based platform, but hey, I for local.
Yeah, support
So,
local.
Support local. Remember Caribbean Events. That live. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go and
guys,
get the
make sure
music.
you grab that one. Grab that one. It's hot. And again, it is. How much you said? I can't even. 30, you said?
Yeah. Yep.
Not by. Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. For these 3 solid bodies of work, you just.
That's our contribution. Our contribution in just making it, but not giving away totally free, but affordably free, so to speak. Yep.
I am with it. I am with it. So where can people continue to follow the Sugar Band journey, the Mention journey, the New Vibes Band journey?
This whole weekend, I think I'll be at the Panorama on the 16th, the 17th. There's a football tournament at Newtown. Think big people party is a part of that.
Yeah, that is it.
So we're
Correct.
making a solo appearance, and then later that morning.
Morning.
Yeah, is paint and powder. You know, that's the guys
SL.
SL sound and lighting. So big up man like Chubby Laughter, said under the whole crew. Right after we in the Carnival Village for that. That's on Friday. On Saturday. Saturday is what? What date?
Saturday.
Okay, that's the Saturday. The Sunday.
Yes, Sunday.
Sunday, that's 18th, you don't know. Big up Shipment Yard.
Oh, yes.
Big up Hellfire, you don't know. Them guys doing good right now, putting on some good promotions.
Yeah, they're
So,
doing the thing. They're doing
yeah,
the thing
man.
for real.
Was there just Sunday night, the countryside by the smaller events. So
I try come not this Sunday but last Sunday back. I could find.
yeah, but Sunday
I
was my
could find
first
it.
time and Sunday was live, you know what I mean? So just big up the promotion and don't forget with the cannery. You know, you got man like Chronic Lag gonna be there, a whole heap of foreign, local artists and DJs and performers. So that's on the 18th, Sunday the 18th. The 19th, I'll be on the road for the Globe Parade.
You're touching Globe Parade?
Yeah, so that's
Boy, that's a packed
4
weekend
days.
there, boy.
Yep.
It's a packed.
The 31st Royal St. Kitts, big up Mali, big up the old crew, you don't know. That's the oldest ball. Yeah. You know, in Cola Fed, of course.
Of course.
Both days, but we'll be on the 23rd. Don't forget the 3 biggest street parties, Juve Parade, Last Lap. So
Mention you have a busy season. I don't know when you're going to sleep. I don't know when you're going to rest.
the 24th we'll be there at the night market. I think that's the 24th. That's
No, I think that's the 23rd actually.
It's the 23rd, you sure? It's not
Yeah,
Christmas Eve?
the agriculture night market?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what she just tell me.
It's showing the 24th or they change it?
No, the 22nd actually. We both wrong. It's the 22nd.
Wow.
It's so many things to remember, so many dates in December. It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
And I can't find no more space on my calendar.
Bye. We're just looking forward to see all of the performances.
We really just, we just got to like embrace it, because I could remember 2 years ago when I was even looking for even half of an event. So now having all these events, I gotta just give thanks. You know what I mean? Because coming from where we couldn't even come out of the house to now where we have a whole full calendar of events.
Exactly.
But, we have to really give thanks for that. So, yeah, we embrace that.
You have to, because again, 2 years ago we was just inside. We had to go on the internet to listen Sugar Band. So like, we're not accustomed to that.
I mean, not only that, but I mean, like, what we take from that, I mean, between those 2 years, different from our, part of our freedom being, a lot of people lost a lot of close friends, family, and relatives in that span of time too. So it's really been a trying time.
Yeah, I lost my uncle, so I know.
So, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, Inception now definitely probably took a little step back, but we're still trying to look forward to Inception and hope that we carry on that legacy of your uncle.
No, I'm
started
sure
that,
they'll be back with something,
I'm sure.
man.
You know what I mean? So, and it's been rough. It's been rough. So we have to just embrace everything. Embrace everything. It's a lot of work, yes, but hey, they had time when we had no work at all to do.
That is true. I don't complain, eh?
So yeah.
I remember complaining before Corona and how we always working and stuff, and then that stops. So I'm not going to ever complain about nothing again. I'm just happy that we're back outside and for Sugar Mass. So we look forward to seeing you at all of these very special events. We look forward to the performances. We look forward to seeing you back on the road, especially. I think that is going to be the highlight of everybody's year. Last lap, Juve, New Year's.
Just wanted to big up Fantasy. That's the Juve Man in Juve. Yeah, that's Fantasy. So people, sign up quick, sign up fast. I don't even know if they got more room, but go and find out what's going on. Sign up now. Ethiopia, we're on the road, 26th Juve, and don't forget Fun Vibes, Parade, and Last Lap. Yo, get your thing organized, get your thing ready. I mean, really too much about the talking that's around. It's just about what's real right now. And the real thing is that it's problems on the road. Not bad problems, but good problems.
Now this is all like I should look out for a bank clash.
I'm far from the bank clash.
No more?
I can tell you, I'm a thoroughbred. I'm a horse. I don't join donkey race.
If you say it, eh?
You asked me, so I'm just telling you.
I did.
Yeah, we are thoroughbreds. We don't join donkey race.
We don't join. Oh boy, no, somebody gonna come for you for that one. Trust me.
Well, that's up to them, but I'm just telling you, we are thoroughbreds. We don't do
But suppose it just, suppose somebody try it though. Suppose we coming
it still wouldn't happen because a horse cannot enter a donkey race. All what happens is that the donkey will be trained to enter a horse race. It still is impossible. None of it can work.
Oh Lord.
So.
Oh Lord.
Is it gonna be the same thing?
Shots fired, boy. Shots fired. Well mentioned. It was such a pleasure having you this morning. As usual, we look forward to all of the things coming up for Carnival and seeing you.
Definitely.
You're always welcome here when you have new music or anything that you need to talk about.
Yeah, well, definitely. I probably might be coming back on the airwaves probably this weekend, all the airwaves this weekend.
Okay.
With something new, something banging again for the road from Sugar Band for 2022 because we ain't done yet.
More?
So I look out for it.
All right. Just, have your people reach out to my people and we see where we can work out.
Yeah, man, we can do that.
All right. There you have it, guys. Today is done just like that. Lord, I miss my co-host, but what can we do but push on? Thank you to all of my guests who came in today to chat with us. Solid Waste, the Ministry of Agriculture, and of course, Mr. Mention himself. Guys, please remember you have to share, like, and comment. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. That's not what we're here for. It is the Christmas season. You're supposed to share with your fellow men. So share this with them. Hit like. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on all of this good tea. For all of the people who called, well, Miss Henry. Thank you to Miss Henry for calling in. I don't know, y'all playing shy, but when I see me, y'all want to call. But it's okay. It's okay. Megan take offense. I know y'all listening either way because I can see all of the comments on the live. I can see y'all chatting with me. And most importantly, guys, please go through today being kind to everyone. Be kind to your fellow man. Again, it's the season. It is the season. It is Christmas and Carnival. And so we have to make sure that we enjoy it to the best of our abilities and safely. Because everybody, we need y'all to make it to 2023. Remember Mission 2022? Let's do Mission 2023. We only have about 2 more weeks to get there. Besides that, guys, remember, spend more time living your content today than posting it. I mean, unless you're the CCM party who just won the seat, who just won the Nevis Island Assembly election, you could post all day. And plus, it's a holiday in Nevis. Oh my God. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. I wish it was me. And before I go, I have to leave you guys with a very extra special message. Remember, guys, you cannot be everybody's cup of tea because you ain't Matt Brantley. See you guys tomorrow.
We're 98.9. 98.